What's up, guys? King of Bong Style, Jojo Valvano here. I'm solo tonight, but I'm here to talk about AEW Collision review from August 26, 2023. We start off with Jack Perry basically trying to retire the FTW championship. He basically says, like, in 50 years, you're going to see the title and you're going to see a picture of him holding it because he's the greatest champion to ever hold the FTW title, in his opinion. He goes to hit the title with a sledgehammer, and then Hook's music, or his music doesn't go off, but the lights go out. A video is shown with Hook doing, like, he's lifting, and then he just says that he wants his title back, and he's gonna get it at All In on the pre-show at 12 p.m. tomorrow. So he basically beats up beats up Jack Perry, puts his ass through a table, and then says he wants the championship at Wembley. So I'm excited for this. Jack Perry versus Hook 2. I think this is going to be great. These guys had great chemistry last time, so I think this time they're going to deliver, like absolutely deliver this time. And it's in front of 80,000 fans. This is going to be good. But this was a good way to start off the show. A little bit building to the show, even though it's in one day. But Jack Perry versus Hook should be good for the FTW title. So I enjoyed this segment to start off Collision. And I love Collision, even though it was taped tonight because they're in London. It feels so different, this show, even when it's taped at times. But our first match of the night was Orange Cassidy, the international champion, teaming with Penta and Eddie Kingston to take on the Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian in a trios match. This was good. Butcher and Blade looked really good in this. They were dominant in some parts. Kip Sabian got some stuff in. Pretty damn good match. Like, honestly enjoyed this. I'm glad they made Butcher and Blade look actually decent in the match. But Orange Cassidy, Penta, and Eddie win the match. And then we basically come back to a commercial, and the best friends are talking, and they're pissed off. They basically say they're going to get revenge for what they did to Trent's mom's car, or to his grandmother's car, Sue. And they're going to get revenge for her. And the crowd was chanting, Sue, Sue, Sue. And, like, I enjoyed this segment. Like, I'm glad Santana and Ortiz got some talking to do. That was great. Moxley looked awesome. Claudio. Eddie Kingston went absolutely crazy. Like, right when he went back there looking for them, trying to find them. Couldn't find them. But tomorrow's going to be crazy with these 10 guys. Like, this match is going to be wild. Like, I'm very, very looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think we're going to get a lot of blood, a lot of violence, a lot of freaking tables, a lot of barbed wire, a lot of fire. We're going to see a lot of shit tomorrow in the Stadium Stampede match. That's going to be great. I can't wait for that. And they got me a lot more excited tonight with the stuff they were doing. So I'm excited. The 6-man tag tonight was good, and the aftermath was good. I think this match is going to deliver tomorrow. I really do. But what's up, Jordan? Thanks for being here, brother. But the Bucks and FTR had like a little promo because they are in London, so they were showing a lot of video packages. But they were just getting a lot of, like, they got me hyped for this, man. Like, I don't know who's gonna win between it, but I will talk about it a little bit later because I am doing the predictions tonight. But this was a good little video package they had. I honestly enjoyed it. Both teams looked good in it, and like I said, I'm excited for tomorrow's show. And I thought it was a well done video package showing FTR and the Young Bucks, and they were talking about it. I'm excited for this. But then we get John Silver and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order taking on Action Andretti and Darius Martin in a decent, good tag team match. I actually enjoyed this too. John Silver and Alex Reynolds are one of my favorite teams. Like, these guys are so good in the ring together. Like, they just work so good together, and it really wasn't a big match. John Silver and Alex Reynolds win. I do hope they get eventually the tag team championship shot. Maybe FTR versus Reynolds and John Silver eventually. There would be a great tag match. Those guys deserve a tag team titles match. They are awesome tag team. Love it. Absolutely love it. But Also, the Acclaimed had a really good video as well. Max Caster was rapping, man, and he is such a good rapper. He was basically dissing the House of Black. Like this was awesome. Like you guys have to see the video because the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass killed it tonight. It got me a little bit more excited for the 6-man tag titles or the trios titles. I enjoyed this. Like I don't know which team I want. I don't know which one of those teams I really want to win because both units are my favorite, but this video package, this rap video with Max and his like the Acclaim, bro. This was awesome, seriously. If you haven't seen this, go back and watch it because the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass killed it in this video. Like they rapped and rapped, and it was awesome. Like seriously, I was enjoying this, really was. How are you doing? And you can tell me everything what happened tonight. I taped it tonight. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Will be fantastic. Yes, sir, man. It was a good show, honestly. I enjoyed this show. I really did. You're welcome, my brother. Yes, sir, man. Hope you're doing good, Jordan. But Big Bill took on a jobber, which was basically a squash match. Quick little match. Ricky Starks basically hits him, starts beating the hell out of him with a strap to start nailing the dude. So that was that. It wasn't nothing like big, but I enjoy seeing Ricky on TV. And I'm a big fan of Big Bill. He's very, very talented. I'd give him more TV time instead of just a squash match, but it is what it is. And then Ruby Soho also cut a promo saying she wants to challenge Chris Statlander for the TBS Women's Championship at All Out. Yeah, All Out in Chicago. And then Chris would then accept her challenge. So the match is official. We got Ruby versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Women's Championship at All Out in Chicago. And I'm excited for that match. Not really a build, but the match itself is going to be good. I don't want Ruby to win the title. I don't think Chris Statlander needs to lose so soon. But it's like this match is going to be great. And it's two of my favorites. I don't, that's tough for me, honestly. And then we also had Willow Nightingale taking on Robin Reganade, one of the twin sisters in AEW, and this was a decent little match. Willow got the win. Nothing really to it as much. I like Willow. I'm a big fan of Willow. But yeah, she did great. Not really big of a match. I'm glad that they got more women's segments on the show, like with the Chris Statlander, the Ruby, and then the match. Like they need to feature more of the women, honestly. So I did enjoy that. But then Miro and Hobbs would have a promo, and they would be talking about their match, which is happening at All Out. It's going to be a great match. Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs. That's going to be awesome. I'm excited for that match. Another tough match. Like, I don't know who, like, Miro needs a win, but then Powerhouse really needs a win. So it's whoever loses, as long as they get pushed still and they continue to be on TV weekly after, I'm fine. But, yeah, that's another tough match for me, honestly. And Keith Lee also was on the show, and he took on Zyke Dice, and he beat him in seconds, did his power bomb, and 1, 2, 3. We need to get Keith Lee on All Out because I don't know what they're doing with this man, but I'm glad he was on the show. But a squash match, like, come on. All Out is like literally 2 weeks from now, or a week and a half from tomorrow. So, like, we need to get Keith Lee on the TV show. Maybe during the tag team coffin match tomorrow, maybe Keith Lee interferes and we get Swerve and Lee finally at All Out. I don't know. Just trying to help out maybe. Because we need to get Keith Lee on the show, man. How do you not have Keith Lee on either show? I just don't get that. But he won a squash match. It was quick. Nothing really to it. I'm glad Keith Lee was on the show, but it's like, come on, we gotta do more with him. Like, it can't just be squash match and then he disappears. He teams with Dustin. Like, let's get him into a better spot on the card. He needs to be doing something. The TNT title, the international title, the world title, something. Keith Lee is too good to not be on TV. Like, honestly, I'm a big big Keith Lee fan, and the dude is just, he wins a match and then he disappears like the House of Black, and I don't like that. But it's like, they need to use him better. I really would get Swerve and Lee at All Out and have the winner gets a TNT title shot at Full Gear or something. Because right now, I don't like what they're doing with Keith Lee. He's basically there 1 week, like I said. The next week he might not be there. The next week he won't be there, and then he'll be there. And it's like, I don't know. What are you doing, man? Really? Yes, Keith Lee needs to be AEW champion. He needs to be more pushed. I agree, dude. Keith Lee is great. He's world champion, international TNT championship material. Give the guy the rocket and then let him go. The crowd loves him. That place was saying, "Oh, bask in his glory. Oh, bask in his glory." Like, come on, get this guy on the roll again. I loved Keith Lee in NXT, and when he showed up to AEW, I was so excited. But being honest, he's been kind of wasted as late, and it's like, I don't know, man. They need to get Keith Lee back on the control and get him back into the ring every week and get him in title matches. Give him a title, man. Like, come on. This was his first. I believe they said this was his first match on Collision, and that's crazy. That's really crazy to me. He needs to be featured much, much more. More Keith Lee, please. But, yeah, then we get to our main event. Samoa Joe goes out there and says he's basically going to be on commentary. And they said if he interferes and gets involved in the match, he will get his title shot taken away. So we get to the main event, and there's a mystery man on Punk's team, and it reveals to be Hook. It's Hook, Punk, Sting, and Darby taking on Jay White, Swerve, Brian Cage, and Luchasaurus in an 8-man tag team match involving all men that will be at All In tomorrow. And this was good, honestly. I enjoyed this. Like, I really, really thought it was good. And like I said, I thought this was a really, really good 8-man tag. Swerve looked great. Like, Swerve did a lot in this, but there was a lot of parts that CM Punk was in the match, and I'm just like, I wanted to see Sting, and I felt like Punk was in the match a lot too, like way too much, which I get he's the world champion, but I would have saved him a little bit because he was in that match way too much. Like, he was basically in the match the whole time. I wouldn't have done that. Like, Sting, when I was waiting for Sting to get in. The crowd was booing Punk every time he got in. Sting and Darby were doing their moves. They were jumping onto Brian Cage, and the minute Punk got in, that place was booing. Like, they didn't want to see Punk that much. And I don't, like, in a way, I felt like Punk should have been not in the match as much. Like, I get it, but I felt like he was in the match a little too much. That's my big complaint of the match. But the match itself was really fun. They gave a lot of time for this. All guys involved in All In, and this was great, man. This was awesome. The good guys get the win, and all hell just. And the crazy thing is, CM Punk does Samoa Joe's finisher. Basically taps out one of the guys, and literally in Samoa Joe's finisher, and Samoa Joe snaps, runs into the ring, and just starts brawling. Everybody starts brawling from everyone involved. Jack Perry shows up, starts brawling with Hook. They go into the crowd. They start going up the stairs. Sting is fighting. Darby is fighting. Swerve, Brian Cage, Punk, and Joe are brawling. Joe nails Punk with the World Championship, nailing him out. And then Darby's standing there trying to fight. Sting is there trying to get Punk up, and Joe's literally trying to hit all of them. Like, this was a great 8-man tag, and it ended in chaos. Like, this is, to me, this is how you hype up a pay-per-view, honestly. Because, man, like, these guys just brawled after. Like, right after Punk tapped him out in Samoa Joe's move, Samoa Joe went nuts, and everybody started brawling. Like I said, Jack Perry showed up, started brawling. Like, this was a good way to end the show. Honestly, enjoyed this. I'm more excited for the show. Like, it's going to be a really, really good show tomorrow, All In. 1 p.m. for me. Wherever else you guys are in the world, I don't know. But it's an early day, and I like that. I don't really like having 8 p.m. nights every time, so I'm fine with this. And London's going to be loud. I can't wait. But this was a good final show for Collision. I enjoyed this. Like, damn good show, damn good go home show for Collision, and I'm excited for All In, to be honest. I'm excited for All In, to be honest. But now, speaking of All In, I'm gonna predict the show and give my opinion on who's gonna win. And we're gonna start off with Samoa Joe, CM Punk for the real World Championship. I would love if Samoa Joe won, but CM Punk is retaining the title. If Joe did win, I'll be totally fine with it. But Punk is gonna retain. Um, okay, so I'm gonna start. Actually, my bad. I'm gonna start with the pre-show. So Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTW Championship. Jack Perry will retain. If Hook did win, it'd just be weird to me. I'd rather have Jack retain, but I'm sure it's gonna be a good match. But yeah, Jack Perry retains. For the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, Aussie Open versus MJF and Cole. Aussie Open will retain. MJF and Cole are going to split somehow. Something's going to happen because, yeah, they're in the main event. So, yeah, Aussie Open wins that. And now, like I said, CM Punk retains his championship. For the Women's Championship, the Sheeta, Saraya, Toni Storm, and Britt Baker, I got Saraya to win the championship. I think it's going to be her. So I'll be totally fine with that. Our next match, the Stadium Stampede with Moxley, Claudio, Yuta, Santana, and Ortiz versus Eddie, Penta, Best Friends, and Orange. This is going to be chaos. This is going to be chaos. But I got Santana, Ortiz, Claudio, Yuta, and Mox to win. I think their team's going to win. Like, that's honestly, I'd go with them mostly. Like, all those guys are my favorites. I love the other team, but the other team, Mox's team, let's go Mox for sure. And then we have Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Kota Ibushi taking on Jay White, Juice Robinson, and I'm missing one guy. Who's the sixth guy? Third guy. Jay White, Juice Robinson. Oh, and Takeshita. Okay, so this is going to be another great match, honestly. Another really, really good match. But I got Kenny's team to win. I honestly think they're going to win that. And I'm totally fine with the other team winning. But I'm behind Kenny, Hangman, and Ibushi. And then House of Black versus Daddy Ass and the Acclaim for the Trios Championships. This is going to be really good. I can go either way for this, like either way, but I'm really going to go with my heart, and I'm going to go with House of Black retaining. If the Acclaim did win, not going to be angry, but I really want the House of Black to go over. I think it's better that they hold the titles for a little bit because they've been kind of on and off with the show, so let's keep the titles on them and get them back on the show more. But yeah, so House of Black will retain. We also have MJF, Adam Cole for the World Championship, which this can go either way. Like either way. I got to really think about this one because two of my favorites. This is hard though because I'm fine. Like something's gonna happen. MJF is gonna neither screw over Cole and join with Roddy in the Kingdom, or my pick's gonna be Adam Cole is gonna turn heel, join up with Roddy in the Kingdom, and they're gonna screw over MJF. And it's like I want both, but it's like if I'm going honest with my heart, I'm going with Adam Cole turning and winning that World Championship because I think this is the best way to do it. Because if you go with MJF, it's so predictable. Like, go with Adam Cole because this has been the best story of AEW, but I think Adam Cole winning the World Championship is the best move to do. And I would love if Adam Cole turned heel, but this will be great. So Adam Cole wins the world title turning heel. That's my choice. We also have Will Ospreay, Chris Jericho, which this is personal. Ospreay wants to get his kid into college basically and do all that. So honestly, I'm behind Will Ospreay. Love Chris Jericho, but Will Ospreay all the way. Yes. But trying to think, did I miss a match? Oh, and what else is happening? Oh, Swerve and Christian Cage versus Sting and Darby in a coffin match, tag team match. I think, honestly, I could see Sting or Darby turning heel possibly. Now, I know I might be sounding crazy, but you never know. Get one last match with Darby and Sting at Full Gear. I think that'd be great. But if I have to be honest, I want Christian and Swerve to win. And I want this to lead to Keith Lee getting his match finally with Swerve at All Out. Keith wins, and then, yeah, I know it's Swerve wins, and then, but if we did that match, I don't know who needs to win more. It's like Keith and Swerve both need to win. Maybe we save it for another time, but if they did that, I'd be fine with it. But I do want Swerve and Christian to win the match. I think that's a better move to do. But honestly, I'm fine with Darby and Sting winning, but if they did have Sting turn on Darby or Darby turned on Sting, that'd be cool, honestly, for a final match for Sting. But I'm excited for this event tomorrow. All in 80,000 London, just going crazy. Like, I am so ready. Like, I am hyped. I am hyped for this tomorrow. The biggest AEW show in history. 4 years going, and this is 80,000, man. This is big. Like, I'm very excited for this show. I think it's going to be one of the best AEW shows ever. The crowd's going to be just so loud. London is one of my favorite crowds to watch on TV because they chant everything. They don't care. Like, they'll sing, and it's great, man. I'm honestly, like I said, I cannot wait for 1 p.m. tomorrow or 12 p.m. for the pre-show, but I'm excited for this. Like, I want to know if you guys are too. Drop it in the comments. If you watch this later on, let me know in the comments as well. Like, I really want to know because I'm excited for this. Like, I really am. I was mad Keith Lee was North American champion and NXT champion so fast. NXT should have had him being champion more longer. I agree, man. They took that title off him way too soon. You're doing great job, talented. Thank you, brother. Sting, it's Sting, yes, sir. Joke. I agreed with you, my brother, about the wrestling list of tomorrow's show. Yeah, man. Honestly, Jordan, I want to know, bro. Drop in the comments. Are you excited for tomorrow? Because I really am. Like, I'm hyped. Like, this is big, man. One of the biggest shows of AEW ever. The biggest crowd, 80,000 something. Like, it's gonna be epic. I'm so ready. I think they're gonna deliver a great show. It's not the greatest build. I'll tell you that right on spot. It was not the greatest build. They needed to do a lot better, especially for All Out. But I am excited for this show. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be really good, like, honestly. Adam Cole will be perfect winning the AEW Championship belt. Yes, sir, man. I really think Adam Cole needs to take the World Championship. Go with your brothers Roddy, or even maybe Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish show up and they reunite the Undisputed Era, something. But I do think it's going to be Cole, Strong, and the Kingdom all together as we end all in tomorrow. That's my honest prediction. I really want it to be Cole. If it's MJF, it's just so predictable to me. I'll still like it, but I'll love the Cole part more. But yeah, this show is going to be very exciting. Yes, sir, I'm very excited. Me too, brother. Like, I am so ready. I hope London blows the roof off the place. Like, I really do. Oh, and I forgot, we also have FTR Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Championships. And this is hard for me to say because these are my two favorite tag teams ever of my generation. The Bucks are so good. The FTR is so good. This is the final match of the three, I believe. This is the third one. And if the Young Bucks win, I'm totally fine with it. If FTR wins, I'm totally fine with it. This one, I can't pick because both teams are absolutely fantastic. Deserve it. Young Bucks, if they win, they get the third. They're the 3-time tag team champions, and I believe that's the first. And if FTR retains, they beat the Young Bucks again, so it would be awesome on them. But this is hard for me to pick. I'm just gonna watch it and love it. Whoever wins, wins. But I really want Santana and Ortiz to challenge whoever is next, because FTR versus Santana and Ortiz for the titles, yes. Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz, yes. Please just get Santana and Ortiz for the titles. So honestly, I would have FTR retain. Maybe have a tag team ladder match, contenders match at All Out, and the winners get FTR at Full Gear, and that's when you give Santana and Ortiz the tag team championships and give them the titles they deserve, because they have busted their asses together and they're one of my favorite teams as well. So yeah, I really want that to happen. So Young Bucks need to win. Honestly, bro, I'm fine with them if they win, but I've already seen Santana and Ortiz versus the Bucks. I want to see FTR versus them. I think that would be a lot better. Not taking anything away from the Young Bucks, but FTR versus Proud and Powerful would be so great. Like, that would be a match, tag team match of the year, I feel. And I would do it at Full Gear, build it up for the months, and get that in the main, possibly the main event. The tag team titles could be the main event. I could totally see that. But yeah, I am super, super excited for All In tomorrow. Like I said, not the best build. I'll be straight up honest for either of these shows, but I am looking forward to it. London's going to be great. Like, I can't wait for this, and we will be back on here right after it goes off the air on YouTube. So be sure to join us right after All In tomorrow on London. Be sure to join us right after AEW All In from London, because we will be right here and we're going to be talking the show, man. And I'm so ready. Like I said, I'm ready for this show. Like, this show is going to be awesome. The crowd is going to be just so electric, so loud, so exciting. Like, I love London. I really do. But yeah, so be sure to join us right after that ends, and that wraps up this show tonight. Thank you for joining me, and join me tomorrow with my brother as soon as All In ends. We'll be right here on YouTube. But thank you and good night. Bang.